Good morning, everybody. I was looking at an article here this morning that comes from encouragingangels.org. And it says Donald Trump is now worried about going to heaven. He said himself he is not a Christian. Repent and receive Christ. The article is written by Stan Samansky. This comes from, he's got some quotes that Donald Trump has got on here. As of the 2024 campaign, President Trump publicly stated he is not a Christian. Please watch the campaign clip from last year yourself, where he says, I am not a Christian. Now, I haven't looked at these clips. I don't remember Trump saying that, but I do know he does not talk about Jesus very much or any at all. I think this may be, and I mean, y'all know my opinion. If you've watched this channel more than 3 times, you know what my opinion on that is. But that comes from encouragingangels.org if you want to go look at that and read through that stuff. I was just buzzing through here. An emergency. Oh, that's some sensational stuff from Alex Jones. I ain't worried about that. There's a rumor going around that Kash Patel is going to be replaced by the Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. I don't know if that's true or not, but it might be. Trump has a tendency to move people in and out of his cabinet. Now, some of the stuff that the Brits do is way out there. A British man was arrested for saying he loved bacon at a mosque protest. Didn't make any sense. We did get some good news. Well, temporary good news anyway. So we'll take whatever we can get whenever we can get it. Trump did say that he was not going to put no U.S. troops role in Ukraine, which was a speculation that we were going to put peacekeepers in there. That comes from the Los Angeles Times. So if that's true, then that's amazing, because if they go in there, then that's a full-blown, you're in a full-blown war at that point. We start putting peacekeepers in. That's what happened in Vietnam. We put peacekeepers in, and you know, we were still there 10 years later. U.S. expands sanctions against the ICC. Now, I do think Germany and France and possibly England, depends on how long that war in Ukraine and Russia goes, that they will end up putting troops in there. The Jerusalem Post has stated that Hamas breach exposes the IDF's over reliance on tech and pre-October 7th mentality. Israel does tend to over exaggerate or over depend on technology because they are such a small country, landmass wise and personnel wise. I mean, they just can't man a 2 million man army very easily. I don't know what their population is, but it's not conducive to doing something like that, especially on a regular basis. Uh, I was looking to see if there was anything else that was halfway. The personal digital ID, which is coming. Um, they've already said they want to do away with the $100 bills, which is just a step towards a digital currency, which we've got coming anyway. I don't care uh, what anybody says, it's coming. It's going to happen. And the reason why I know it's going to happen is because the Bible said it was. And it's about control. They want to control everything that you do. That's just what governments do. Um, machine that's eating the earth. This is the last one. AI, big AI warfares are now happening. Following the talks about North Korea turning to AI to control its drones and its nukes. So North Korea and one of those type countries would be the first one to really go through it. But all of them are going to probably end up doing it at some point. America has already turned a lot of their stuff over to AI technology because remember, if they have it, it is very advanced. By the time they start showing it to us, it's extremely advanced. We're about 20 years behind everything, um, if not more. As retail stocks investors continue to gush over AI stocks, AI is taking over small communities in ways that could be more approximate threat than the possible rogue AIs banding together and use control over technology, infrastructure, control, use people. The biggest thing right now is AI is taking people's jobs. Amazon gets rid of jobs every day that people are doing to put AI or robots in there because they don't have to pay them. They work 24 hours, no insurance. They don't have to worry about them getting hurt. If they get hurt, they can repair them, put another one in its place. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So AI is a good place to start here because our daily devotional day talks about finishing the race. And if we look in the Bible, it talks about the patience of the saints. It talks about finishing the race. It talks about um, one of the things Jesus says is what you want to be told that when you finish that race is well done, thou good and faithful servant. Patience and enduring, the endurance of the saints, the endurance of the patience of the saints. Um, we have to make sure we have the eyes on the prize, for lack of a better way to say that. For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, least after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish it? All who see it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Luke 14:28 through 30. Jesus spoke these words near the close of his ministry on earth. He was warning his followers that good intentions would not be enough to see them through the hard times. In short, many would not have what it took to finish the race. Remember that the parable of the sower, that only 25% of the seeds that were sown grew to fruition, and they also grew in that had those strong roots down in the living waters. If your foundation is not strong, you will fold. There's no other way to say that. It is a tragic to start out fully intend to lay hold of Christ and grow into a mature disciple and slowly drift away, becoming cold and indifferent to Him. There is no such thing as a standing still. You are either challenging or changing daily into Christ's image, or you are changing back into your old carnal ways. That's very true. For those who have determined to lay hold of Christ at all cost, who are taking up their cross, denying themselves, and going on with Him, Paul said, but we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of God, glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just by the Spirit of the Lord. That comes from 2 Corinthians 3:11. What he's saying is, if you follow in Christ, you should become more Christ-like every day. And some days that's difficult. Are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord. You will find yourself being more Christ-like the longer you're following Him. It's not going to be easy. Your flesh is going to fight you constantly. It's a lot easier just to go with your flesh and do whatever you want to do. The only problem with that is you're going to burn in hell. I mean, I'm not trying to be crass this morning, I promise you, but I also told you I wasn't going to lie to you. It's an either or situation. There is no option C. Now, if you choose to go the way of the world, then that's fine. That's on you. It's not fine, but it is on you. Following Christ is not always easy. It's a struggle because the world is constantly fighting you. The devil is constantly fighting you. Sometimes looking in the mirror at yourself is hard because that's where the truth lies. But if you want to be in the Spirit of the Lord, you have to change who you are. What a joy when we went those who are finishing the race. When we met those who are finishing the race, growing in the wisdom and knowledge of Christ, becoming more distant from the world and becoming increasingly heavenly minded. The older they get, the hungrier they are for more of Christ. For them to die is gain, and the ultimate prize is being called into His presence to sit at His side forever. It is not heaven that seek, but Christ in glory. It is not heaven they seek, it's Christ. May it be so with all who follow Jesus, that we finish the race full and faithful. May it be with all who follow Jesus, that we finish the race full and faithful. Excuse me. I'm still trying to wake up. The more you follow Christ in earnest, the more you want to read about Him, the more you want to pray, the more godly your mindset will become, the easier some of this stuff will become. I didn't say it was going to be easier. I said it would be easier. But the flip side to that is the harder some of it will become as well. Because the closer you get to God, the harder your flesh is going to fight you. And it's never going to give up. Don't think there's going to be one magical day where your flesh just says, okay, you win. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. That will never, ever happen. Your flesh is going to fight you until the day you die, because that's the spirit of the world, for lack of a better way to say that. It's going to fight you. You're going to have these thoughts that pop into your head, and you're like, where in the heck did that come from? That's the devil trying every possible avenue he can to get you to come back to the world. You have to be disciplined enough, for lack of a better way to say that, to say, no, that is not what's going to happen. I'm going to do it this way because that's what my Father told me to do. And I'm following him. Have that God mindset all the time. Y'all have a great day. Y'all keep your head on the swivel, because it's getting crazier and crazier every day. You'll have lulls and then you'll have peaks. Try to prep something today. Food, can of beans, whatever it is. Put one thing away today. Put it in the back of the closet. Rotate through it. Y'all pray, prep, and train. May God guide your steps today. Talk to you later.